Ladies and gentlemen, just yesterday, a massive scandal was brought to light, and guess what? The Democrats have been caught lying to the American people again. You see, right now, senior leaders at the Department of Homeland Security as well as ICE are accusing the Biden administration of cooking the books regarding their illegal immigrant arrest numbers. That's right, folks. The same administration that facilitated an invasion of over 20 million illegal immigrants into our country was also caught lying about how many of them they were actually arresting. So before we go any further, take a look at this bombshell report, then we are going to have a lot to talk about.
Senior leaders, though, also accusing the Biden administration of misleading the public regarding their ICE arrest numbers and, quote, cooking the books. Check out what ICE Director Todd Lyons had to say about this. He said, quote, ICE found tens of thousands of cases that were recorded as arrests when in fact the illegal aliens were simply processed and then released into American communities. I've been trying to reach out to former DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to get his response to these claims. I haven't heard back, but he previously blamed Congress for issues during a Senate hearing last year. Listen.
Our immigration system, however, is fundamentally broken. Only Congress can fix it. Congress has not updated our immigration enforcement laws since 1996, 28 years ago.
Folks, can you believe the audacity of Alejandro Mayorkas? He actually tried to blame Congress for Biden's border disaster. And as we now know, all it really took to secure our southern border was a president that actually cares about Americans. And how do we know that? Because as things stand right now, since Trump stepped back into the White House, illegal immigrant activity on our southern border has dropped by a whopping 93%. That's right. The border crisis wasn't some unsolvable mystery. Why is this happening? I don't know. No, the reason why it was happening is because Biden and Mayorkas allowed it to happen. And now we know not only did Biden and Mayorkas facilitate this invasion, but they also lied about how many illegal immigrants they were arresting here in America. What that means is that they were quite literally defrauding the American public and putting honest Americans in harm's way. And so, folks, when we're talking about this, it's important to understand that the reason these Democrats behave like this isn't because they're just incompetent, although they are incompetent. But no, this happens because they hate America. They hate you, they hate this country, and they hate our rule of law. That is why all of this happened in the first place. Now, folks, just yesterday afternoon, President Trump actually weighed in on this absolute scandal, and let me tell you what, he did not hold back. But before we listen to that, I want to say real quick that if you guys enjoy the daily news coverage, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a lot with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. But okay, let's all listen to what President Trump has to say. Let it play.
On the southern border, you've got DHS and ICE who are reporting that there was a little bit of fudging of numbers during the Biden administration on both the catch and the release side with respect to reporting the number of illegals coming into
They cheated on the numbers. The numbers were. I love that question. Who are you with?
Just the news, Amanda Henry.
Very nice. That's good. That's
Do you
good.
know how many of those are criminal illegal aliens?
Many
and
of them.
Biden's out of office.
Yeah.
Alejandro Mayorkas.
No, Biden fudged the numbers. The numbers were totally fake. And he gave fake numbers. I knew they were fake. Everybody knew they were fake. But now it came out. And terrible what they did. That administration was a horror show for this country.
And you know what? He's absolutely right. How much damage was done to this country as a consequence of Joe Biden's catastrophic administration? It seems like every single day we're discovering a new way that Biden chipped away at our great country, these fraudulent illegal immigrant arrest numbers being just the latest example. But folks, the good news is that President Trump is already undoing the damage. In fact, we just got our hands on the illegal immigrant arrest numbers for Trump's first 50 days back in office, and let me tell you what, it puts Biden to shame. So folks, take a look at this.
Talk a little bit of immigration. So, you know, your mom said if you put your mind to something, you can get it done. Check this out. In the last 50 days, President Trump has arrested 32,809 arrests for illegal immigrants, okay? Under Biden, in the entire year of fiscal 24, 33,242. So in 50 days, they have done almost as much as they did in the entire year.
Did you guys hear that? In just the last 50 days, President Trump has arrested 32,809 illegal immigrants, For comparison, in all of 2024, the entire year, Joe Biden's administration only arrested 33,242 illegal immigrants in total. So what that means is that President Trump is arresting illegal immigrants inside of America's interior at a rate that is over 7 times higher than Joe Biden. And now, folks, here's where today's video gets absolutely crazy. You see, Trump's arrest numbers so far are absolutely nothing compared to what's about to happen next. You see, right now, inside reports are indicating that President Trump is on the cusp of invoking the Alien Enemies Act. And so, for those of you that don't know, the Alien Enemies Act was originally passed by Congress in 1798 by many of our country's founding fathers. But okay, so what exactly does all of this mean? Well, invoking the Alien Enemies Act would allow President Trump to officially redefine Biden's border crisis as an invasion, and that is a very big deal. Because if the border crisis is officially recognized as an invasion, then President Trump can utilize the U.S. military to apprehend and deport illegal immigrant invaders from inside of the U.S., which right now he's not allowed to do. It would also allow President Trump to sidestep the slow, broken, partisan immigration courts, leveraging wartime powers to swiftly remove dangerous illegal gang members and cartel operatives from inside of the country. And get this, insiders are calling this plan Operation Aurora, and it's said to be primarily aimed at targeting illegal immigrant criminal networks and cartel terrorist organizations. So folks, here's the deal. If President Trump actually goes through with all of this and invokes the Alien Enemies Act, we can all expect that arrests as well as deportations will pick up in speed big time. But now, here's something to keep in mind with all of this. So far, President Trump has been very generous in giving illegal immigrants the opportunity to deport themselves out of the country. As some of you might have heard, Trump actually repurposed Biden's smartphone asylum app to help illegal immigrants self-deport. So the point is, President Trump has already done his due diligence in trying to get these illegal immigrant invaders out of our country the easy way. Now, it's time to do things the hard way. But hey, you know what, folks? That is the exact reason why we all voted for President Trump. So folks, here's the takeaway. While Joe Biden opened up the borders and let over 20 million illegal immigrants into the country, then lied about how many of them he was arresting and deporting, Trump has completely locked down our borders and is now deporting illegal immigrants 7 times faster than Joe Biden. In other words, Trump is putting America first. Now, everyone, before we wrap up with today's video, I want to say real quick that I've actually gone ahead and made a community Facebook page where I'll be posting additional news and updates as it relates to all of this stuff. So if you guys use Facebook, check out the pinned comment down below and give that page a follow. But folks, that is going to be a wrap for today's video, so please go down below in the comments, let me know what you think about all of this. While you're down there, please like the video if you liked it. Like I said earlier, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help a ton with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all very much for tuning in today, and of course, as always, stay safe.